Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back.
Amanda, how you doing today?
I had so far this morning, I have had some tears, some tears of joy, tears of happiness, tears of sadness. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster morning this morning.
Why is that? Don't keep us all in suspense.
Today is a day I would be participating in an event called 29029. This is a race that I was actually working on the day that I got diagnosed. And it's an ultra endurance race. It's climbing the elevation of Mount Everest within 36 hours. I did this last year. I didn't red hat, but I'll explain why I have a red hat right now. And
What does it mean to red hat?
red hat means you make it to Mount Everest.
You do all the laps.
You do all the laps in the 36 hours. And
so they give you 36 hours to do 15 or 16 laps, whatever it is, the equivalent.
It depends
on it varies on the mountain.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give them context.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so today was going to be the start of that climb. I have fallen deeply in love with this community of people, and they have turned out to be just like some of the coolest people I've ever met. And there's part of me that I am so stoked for my friends who are doing it and they're grinding and they've put in the hours and that need to happen. And then there's that part of me that I'm not there.
Yeah.
And it's surreal that I'm not there. But however, it does seem like I am there with the amount of love and text messages and key people in the community who work for them have been very kind and loving and supportive. And I definitely feel like while I'm not physically there, I am spiritually there with a lot of them.
You were saying that one of the components of this morning and some of the tears was it was kind of the reminder too of how fast life changes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was literally actively working on this event, and not only working on this event, so this today would be Mont Tremblant at 29029, and then 3 weeks later I was slated to do rim to rim with a group of girls called the Sisu Circle, which have been just great friends that I've met from 29029, and we have branched out and wanting to do also other things as well as that event. And there's just kind of I'm like just sometimes at a loss that I'm definitely not at Mont Tremblant right now. I definitely cannot take on rim to rim today. I can't do that today. Maybe a year or so out, but it's just kind of a loss of things that I was really looking forward to for this year.
Yeah, it's one of those days where the assumed reality kind of collides with the physical reality.
Yeah.
The assumed reality, and all of us have multiple assumed realities, but in most of those assumed realities, none of us have getting a diagnosis like you got, getting sick, getting hurt, getting in a car crash, someone we love getting sick, getting hurt.
Yeah.
We just kind of assume life is going to continue as it does. And then when it doesn't, it's a collision with what the actual current reality is.
Mm-hmm. And that it's just, it's been just a real emotional roller coaster today. I will say, I for the people who don't know 29029, and like Jesse just said, you only get a red hat, which here's a red hat, if you climb the equivalent of Mount Everest in those 36 hours. And when I was at Cottage Hospital, one of my dear friends, Patrick, did Sun Valley, which was the first event, and he flew to California to give me his red hat. And everybody, all the coaching staff and everybody signed it. And he said, like, here's your Mount Everest. Like, you're already past it. And I just there's part of me that's like, but I didn't earn it. But I didn't earn it. But I also at the same time realized I understood when he said you're doing something bigger than Everest right now.
Absolutely. And every single person who signed that for you signed it because they see you as doing something more significant of a climb than what you were physically training for.
Yeah.
And I think every single one of those people are holding spots for you in the future to climb, to volunteer, to everything.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's a really beautiful gesture that you have that. And also, I think that's, gosh, you talk about your own growth and healing, right? The tendency to not receive it because, well, I didn't do the act, even though people are giving you it and telling you what you're climbing right now is much greater.
Yeah.
And then here you are proudly wearing it, which is really cool to see.
Yes. I do wear it on event weekend, which is this weekend, which is today. It happened today at 8 or 6 a.m. My little buddies, who's participating today that's today. And I'm very proud of every single one of them.
You'll be back out there, Linda.
Yeah.
You'll be back out there. And when you do, it's gonna be all the more special.
Yeah.
But it does suck when expectations don't necessarily line up.
Yeah.
So I think those are really important feelings to feel, and it's important to allow yourself to feel and to celebrate, but also mourn.
Yeah, there's definitely some mourning going on.
Yeah,
it's definitely towing the line of I'm so happy and proud of my friends that are actively currently climbing up a mountain right now, and then there's the fact that, like, I'm literally not there because I got diagnosed with cancer 3 months ago.
Yeah, that will fuck up the best laid plans, won't it?
So
life doesn't always check in with us to say if now's a good time for it to happen.
No, it is definitely not. It is definitely not.
We were talking this morning too about just when reality happens, and it's that thing that, again, we have assumed realities. We go along, think everything's going to be okay, and so many of our daily grievances are luxuries of not having life slap us in the face and saying, no, you want something really bothersome? Let me give you something.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that I was thinking about this at the gym this morning. If all of us had the opportunity to really confront our mortality, would it change our perspective? Would we appreciate things a little bit more? Would we savor moments a little bit more? Would we complain less? Would we love more? How can you celebrate little moments today? And how can you stop and really be grateful for where you are, what you have?
Well, today is kind of easy because there's a live ascent board, and I can know how all of my friends are doing. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to definitely be like actively glued to stalk them.
Yeah, celebrating them as they go.
Celebrate them as they go. I've gotten text messages already from people climbing, and Casey, bless her, she was not only my training partner, but she was also at Stratton with me last year, and we became like the best of friends. She she made me bracelets that said a sense for Amanda, and the amount of people in Mont Tremblant right now that have them, like even the coaching staff, it has been mind blowing that one, this is a powerful community as it is, and it's very beautiful and it's loving and it's inclusive. Um, but it's just such a beautiful reminder that like even though I'm not there, I'm there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, Amanda, who love you, who believe in you, who are rooting for you,
Yeah.
who are pouring love, energy, prayers, everything into you.
Yeah.
You know, you are held up by many strong shoulders.
Yeah, that is for sure.
So we'll start wrapping up. Last thing, this day of today's filming is September 6th, Friday, September 6th. 1 week from today is going to be Amanda's first scan, Friday the 13th. So just good prayers, good energy, all the love that you've been sending, keep sending it, especially to Amanda on that day. It's going to be a really significant milestone and just how she's progressing with everything, and then it will influence next steps. We're very confident it's going to be a clean scan, and it always helps to have some extra love and good energy and prayers from all of you. Anything else?
That sounds good.
All right, everybody. As always, we appreciate you. We love you. We're so grateful for you. I know it's a little bit different camera angle, so hopefully the sun wasn't too much in your eyes today. And we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.